Hey everyone. I know this isn't my normal type of audio or creation that I do, but I wanted to talk to you in a more direct and straightforward method than what I usually do in those subscribed walls of text that I usually end up implementing. So, I threw up some gameplay of some Dishonored that I've been running through lately, and I want to talk to you all about what's been going on behind the scenes and what I've got planned forward. I started out recording audios for myself as a way to just bring back something I'd missed. I grew up as a theater kid in high school, and when the pandemic hit particularly hard and everyone in the US was in lockdown, I needed some kind of creative outlet to let that thing fly. Friend introduced me to a handful of places where I could explore that, and with a $50 little $50 blue snowball microphone, I got to work and I had a blast. Honestly, the reward of seeing others just listen to my stuff and the occasional one or two comments took me to the stratosphere. I was so happy and proud of myself. And for the last 5 years, I've been doing these in order to just kind of help with my creativity. I'd like to think I've made a lot of growth since then, especially after doing if I remember right, my first one was my own script, uninterrupted recording with, I don't even think I did any editing. I just threw it up, all the flaws and all. Oh, it was awful. Either way, though, 5 years now, and I'd say that I'm in a very, very different place, physically, mentally, and emotionally. I've learned a lot, and I've met so many other amazing creators. People that I've collabed with, people I've just spoken to, and it's really changed my world for the better. I even started doing commissions at one point, and it wasn't anything I'd imagined I even could do. And about a year or so ago, I started up a Patreon here. Even jumped onto YouTube thinking it'd be fun to apply my talents at some more safe work content that I normally do. And it's been a blast. I did my best to make sure that those who supported me had all kinds of rewards and benefits with exclusives and raffles and all kinds of other fun benefits. And before I keep going, seriously, thank you for everyone who supported me, even if it's $1. It's made a world of difference, and it's helped so much more than you could possibly know. I appreciate it, and I don't want that to be understated. I really do appreciate it. But not long after I started Patreon, I found myself struggling to find a place to reliably record. And now, in a stable place with so much more, I actually did my best to keep to a schedule. I had planned to do about 12 audios every month, not including commissions. And it's not something I can keep doing. 12 audios a month is a lot. And between my frequent breaks that I've been posting about as much as I possibly do, and trying to keep you all informed while also simultaneously keeping my own privacy in mind, deadlines have been slipping and stress has been mounting, and reaching 12 a month has really just been fuel to a fire that I can't ignore anymore. So let's talk about it. Patreon has its own rules when it comes to adult content creation. The rules are really strict, they're poorly defined, and oftentimes things that aren't in violation are marked as such, which then becomes a big hassle of trying to fight every time. Compound that with the fact that I often work with script writers from Reddit who post their works openly and publicly. And paywalling something like that is something that's never really felt right to me, even if it is for a week of exclusivity before putting it out. I mean, not everything that stays locked behind a paywall has always been my own written work or improvised, but even still, that 1 week becomes something more complex. And to each of those writers who are always so considerate and kind, I message each and every one of them telling them that this is what I do. How can I make it so that it's something that you're comfortable with me paywalling for a week? Oftentimes it's money, sometimes it's wanting access to the audio early, other times it could be not allowing that in the first place. And I have to keep in mind all these things and be mindful when these audios go out, which I plan a month in advance. So everything I plan to release on March is being recorded and edited and planned on February, and I have to know when I'm putting what out and who gets what information and or payment. And then suddenly my 4 to 6 audios that I have that are not safe for work end up being a lot more and a lot more complicated. And then 4 more need thumbnails, and then 4 more need me to communicate with a writer on a different path for each individual one. And not only that, am I recording 12 audios, and I'm also editing 12 audios, and this is on top of commissions and keeping those on a timely basis. And making sure that my thumbnails never have any AI work when I also don't have my own artistic ability. I don't make enough money to be able to afford to hire somebody on as an editor, and I can't reliably order commissions of people for thumbnails. So I'm working over 40 hours a week for something that I like to do for fun. And I can't keep doing that. I even thought about axing Patreon completely for a little bit. And then my birthday rolled around yesterday. And it gave me some thought. I told myself I wasn't going to work on that day, and I didn't. And it was really nice. Even though my deadlines were piling up, even though I was already well behind for this next month, I didn't care. And I just had fun. And after everything that I did, celebrating and being kind to myself, I actually felt the urge to record. And I had fun doing it again. And it's not something that I really want to dwell on, but it's something that I need to be mindful of, is that this, at the end of the day, isn't big enough for me to make money off of. It's not a career. It's not an end goal. It's a hobby. And I can't treat my hobby like work. To top it all off, to say the last 5 years in my life have been kind to me would be a bold-faced lie. It's not the time and place to talk about it, but needless to say, I've been run through the paces for the last half-decade. So if you're subscribed to me on YouTube, you've likely seen a few posts here and there about how much I want to get back into streaming. And every time I've done it, nothing's happened. And it's not because I just forgot. I think about it a lot, but I don't have the time. And that's really been the most limiting factor for me about everything is time. I'm a girl who's coming up on her 30s soon, with unmedicated ADHD, living in the middle of backwoods nowhere, trying to make things work, and having no clue what the hell I'm doing. I struggle myself to even make sure that I eat 3 meals a day, let alone plan 12 audios a month. So, going forward, I won't be axing my Patreon, but I am getting rid of every single one of the rewards. It's exclusively a place that if you want to support me in my endeavor for creating these works, you can, and that's it. I expect my numbers to drop a lot, and that's okay. I know that there is that little bit of selfish desire where you pay money and you want something in return, and honestly, that's completely fair. That's not selfish. I don't know why I said that, but I'm just rambling almost at this point. I'm off script even as we speak. It's not selfish to give money and expect something in return. So it'll just be that. Donations. If you want something in return, I'll still be working on commissions. As for the quantity of audios that I'm going to be putting out in the months to come, expect it to be a lot lower. But I hope that my love of it really comes through, because I love making these audios. I love making these roleplays. I love expressing emotions so much when I speak. And I haven't been doing that for a while. So, thank you for listening to all that. For those who are interested in me streaming eventually, I do actually want to do that, and I hope that with some more free time, I'll be able to do that. I love going through fun little challenges. I mean, right now alone, I'm going through Dishonored 2 trying to platinum the game. Just beat my first Ghostly Merciless run, which was a ball, and I had so much fun doing it. So, maybe that's to come. We'll see. But I think I'm overdue to take some time for myself, to care for myself and to be kind to myself and to allow myself to recover for the last couple of years. I really appreciate all of you who have listened, who have subscribed, who've been friends with me, hung out on the Discord, or just even passively watched. I know you're there too. So, thank you. Seriously, thank you. And I hope you have a lovely morning, evening, or afternoon.